And I'm kind of the nexus or founder of Hercules and Love Affair. And these are a bunch of the amazing artists that I work with. On my right?
Hi, I'm Whitney Fierce. Oh, and I sing. Woo! Yeah.
Yes.
Totally.
I'm how about Beth. I sing and I break my legs.
My name is Gustav. I'm from Belgium. And I sing too. I do.
You do?
I do.
Chardin.
My name is Mark Pistol. And I play noises and machines and electronic instruments.
Yeah, a very interesting process, you know. The first time that we were in Australia, I had a 9-piece or 8-piece live band. We had a full horn section, we had a clarinet player, clavinet player, Wurlitzer player, live bassist, drummer. I mean, it was a lot of people.
Too many people.
Lots of people. The point is, too many people. For a debut album, for a young act, it cost us so much money. And I thought to myself, you know, we never ever got that vibe that I always wanted, which was that deep club vibe, which hits you in the chest or makes you just makes you move and makes you feel something. So I went into the studio, actually in Sydney. I took a day off at the end of our tour, and I started exploring the idea of doing something different. And what ended up happening was this. So now, it's funny that it actually happened in Australia, but it did happen in Australia. Man Foxman, one of the old vocalists, and I went into a studio and we redefined the entire show. And Mark Pistol has been hugely instrumental in creating it.
Well, yeah, Andy came to me and he said, do you know how to make a techno show? And I said, yeah. And so...
yeah, like, yeah.
And so we do, what we do is we just have the best party ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we put together a thing that's still live and still has a very live performance element for us that are playing the instruments.
I mean, it's dangerously live.
It's dangerously live, I mean, yes. If we mess up,
we mess up.
Yeah, it can be bad. But it's usually good. And then we have these fantastic singers in front of us.
And how did you find your fantastic singers?
Well, we just told this story 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. I mean, I tend to, because it's my projects and it's sort of more or less, I sort of look for people, or I'm very open to exploring talent, new talent, and like meeting people, whether you're a graphic designer or an artist or a singer or I don't know, a dancer, a modern dancer. I'm curious about you generally. I'm very interested in artists, and so I cultivate sort of, I want to know more about them often. And so these three I met totally separate from one another. One in Belgium, one in London, and in Vienna, and one in Paris. And together, after seeing their talent, I decided I wanted to involve them in the project. It's kind of hard to gauge exactly how mainstream of audience we're playing to at these events. I mean, there's so many stages. I think that's one issue. You know, you find people gravitating to one or the other, and you know, I think for the audiences that we have played for, they've been very diehard and very enthusiastic.
They can have serious dance moves.
We don't have any. So Blue Songs is popular here, is it? The second album.
Yeah, well, I think I like it.
Oh,
I was listening to it this morning before I left the house.
Before you left your house.
Yeah.
That's really sweet, actually. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I like you guys a lot. So, yeah, you guys are also known, you're a band known for your style as well. Can you talk me through what you're wearing? Before I know Whitney and I bonded earlier about hair color.
I know, I love your hair, by the way.
Thank you. And yeah, I've never seen a leather beret. Where did you find that puppy?
Well, I'm sort of like a hound for going to thrift stores and old stuff. You know, I like old stuff. So this is actually a beautiful leather beret made in 1974 by someone named Vera Pele. I bought it in Palm Springs. I would assume that at the time it probably cost a fair amount of money, and there's someone's name written in it. But I bought it at a shop that sold, you know, vintage Dior, vintage Galliano, vintage, like.
So it's the real deal.
Yeah, in Palm Springs, California. So, but then the rest of my style is just I bought this at a party store, because, you know, I like to party. And these are just jeans that I cut. And those are Pierre Hardy sneakers, which are really colorful and fun.